All right, he's scratching it right now, cutting the record back and forth against the needle, back and forth, making it scratch. But let me tell you something, don't try it at home with your dad's stereo, only in the hip-hop television, all right?
What's up, Hero Wars fans and Integrity Farms Guild members? This is your Chief Tacoma Sec checking in with you and just about ready to go over all of the basics for Hero Wars. And welcome. First things first, safety's first, safety always. And let's bail on the crickets. Nobody gets the joke anyway. So, if you're new to these videos, it is highly recommended that after about an hour that we put the live stream up, we will have closed captioning auto configured. So we suggest you click the closed captioning button and you watch it at double speed so you can just read along and save yourself the time. Here I'm about to open up a YouTube page to our channel and I will show it to you now. Let's move this over here so it's out of the way. And here you can see that we are currently live. We were live, but if we wanted to take a look at a different, let's say, how to scout using Hero Wars Assistant, we're going to click on that. And here you see the closed captioning is already checked. And we're going to go to the settings. We're going to go to playback speed. We're going to go to 2. We're going to hit mute. And we're going to watch. I think you should be able to see when the text starts. There we go. What's up, everybody? And of course, it doesn't do the best job of spell checking and doesn't comprehend Tegrity Farms. They call it integrity, but there's how you do it. Your basics. Now, when it comes to basics, let's start with a brand new team, shall we? I'm going to create a new character on the highest server available. The reason I do this is because you are able and allowed to move players or teams downward from higher numbered servers to lower numbered servers. And the higher the server, the easier the rewards because the fewer and less competition in general. I'll go ahead and close that private window so you aren't distracted by anything. Let's get that down to level so you can see it, and hopefully we're 100% on the mark. Now, Hero Wars basics. Hero Wars is a Dungeons and Dragons type of game. It's a online multiplayer game, and it starts with Galahad, and it centers around the campaign. And we're going to start this. We're going to turn the overall volume down. And we're going to speed up combat because we're VIP Valkyrie's favorite, which is $1.89. You can read all that nonsense. But we're through the first one. He summoned the new hero Artemis, which is only partially useful. And then we go to the next one, we speed up, and we hit the A key. That turns on auto. Keyboard shortcut command. On the bonus, we hit escape because we saved that for later. We go to the next one, we speed up the combat, and we shut the music off because it's annoying. We hit the A key so their skills fire automatically. We're done with that one. We are level 2. We get a new hero. That will be Thea. Thea will join us to save everybody. We'll go back in. We'll attack again. This first part is basically a walkthrough tutorial that's intended to teach you how the game is played. We're going to cover all of these basics, and if you followed our very first instructions, wait until the closed captioning is created. You can even download the transcripts and just read it. We don't work for followers or subscribers per se. We just try to get that information to our fellow guildmates, and hopefully not to competing guildmates, but not too worried about it, because I'd say about 10% of players that play the game comprehend Dungeons and Dragons, let alone the awareness that the more energy you spend away from the game working on the game, the better your overall gameplay will be. And because this is pathetically annoying, at this point you can see I've gotten to level 3. I've accomplished everything that I need to, and at this point I can change servers without a worry. Because I just started this, it will read 8 minutes until the mysterious chest. This will have a soul stones, 30 soul stones of hopefully a hero you have yet to summon. Since you only have 3, it's probable. Hero Wars has a total of, I believe now, 53 heroes, including the brand new Alvinor. And every one of these heroes has a potential good use. However, if we jump ahead to, let's say we already made through that, this is how far you can get in less than a day, even if you do not have the Valkyrie's favor, which is it basically allows you to do everything 5 times faster than anyone else. And considering when you join a new server, it's sort of a race to the top, whoever gets there. And you notice there's no X button, so you have to use the escape key. That keeps that there, and the reason that is you only want to open soul chests when you get a reward for it, which is generally during special events or weekend events. This character, I've not been very attentive. I'm on the 5th day, it looks like, and I've only gotten 3 of the events, so I will not be able to summon Astrid and Lucas, which normally once I miss that, I kind of quit going, because Astrid and Lucas are pretty much key for all campaigns, towers, adventures, etc. Because unlike the rest of the heroes, Astrid and Lucas take a long time to charge, 30 to 40 seconds sometimes, which for Arena and Grand Arena isn't very helpful, especially Guild Wars, because those battles are only 1 round long. However, on defense, in Grand Arena, or in Guild Wars, that charge of energy will remain with the players. So if someone attacks them and doesn't kill them all, they'll all maintain their health and energy from that attack. So the next attackers will be dealing with a fully primed line and not just brand new first attacker, first defense. Now, Arena is essentially where you're going to go to earn Arena coins, and Grand Arena, you also get Arena coins. The town shop is where you sell these things, and as different shops become available, this gets larger. Essentially, you always want to get the experience points every day, because believe it or not, you will run out and you will need them in the future. So get in the habit of, I do all 5 of these. I never, ever, ever do this one, because that's the worst. That's 200 energy for 300 emeralds. That's a horrible exchange rate. When up here, I can buy 120 for 50. You see what I'm saying? So as long as this is under 150, it's a fair exchange rate and a good idea to store up energy, because energy is 1-to-1 ratio experience points. You have to have energy to get experience points. Your experience points build up and increase your team level. on dailies. Dailies are all the things in daily quests that enable you to get experience points, as well as other rewards. Currently on this brand new team, all you see are those tasks or quests that enable you to gain rewards or energy. The free energy, you get 3 of those. It's every 1 hour it resets. So to get all of these, you either need to play for 3 hours straight or log in 3 times a day differently and collect that and then log back out. It's kind of simple that way. And suggested that you at least check in twice a day if you can. If you start the day with this and then you play for an hour and you end your day with that, check back in another hour or 12 later, hit this again, you'll get all the energy you can for that day. If you add up all the experience points, you're looking at roughly 650 experience points you can get from each daily quest per day. Now at level 16, that's going to matter because your levels and requirements for levels are going to be different. Here you can see a chart, a spreadsheet that shows you how many levels to which experience points. Now to get to level 20, you need 1,585 total experience points, which is the same as 1,000, however many, 585 energy. Until I have that energy, I won't be able to get to that level. So another suggestion, if you notice, this team has not opened this final. As soon as you finish this one right here, this Archdemon's Patrimony, a 12-hour clock starts, enabling you to summon. Every time you do a battle, you will get an extra soul stone or 2 of Arachne. And Arachne is extremely helpful because in the Outland, which you can see is not unlocked yet, but in Outland, there's a boss that she makes super easy work of, and therefore highly recommend it. Also, if you follow along with what we tell you and you avoid opening this until you are either got 12 hours to burn or you are VIP 1 or you have Valkyrie's Favor, which at least allows you to speed up. VIP 1 allows you to raid. If I go here and I click raid, I have not paid for that, so I'm not able to. On other servers, I have the VIP of 1, 3, 5 different. At 5, you can raid multiple times, meaning times 10 or times however many energy you have in your energy bar. So that's always helpful. Another thing that's important is until you get to level 65, just follow the red dots and do what the game says. It's very well developed and designed to guide you through. Most players just watch the red dots, do what the red dots tell them, and play along as best as they can. Now here you notice I have a total heroes. These have not been upgraded. I'm not particularly worried about that right now. All I'm really concerned about is that I get a team started on this server. As soon as I get to level 20, which I could probably do while we're looking at this, as soon as I get to level 20, the rankings or whatever will be available, and with those rankings I'll be able to see who's on the server and at what level are they as to whether I can compete with them or not. And basically we're just climbing up this. We don't particularly care about any of this, but we'll use it. All we're hoping for is that we can beat this first one, which we will not be able to unless we level up, but we'll do it just in case. Now, for you brand new players, the tower is a daily task that most of us do. It's 50 floors tall. Some of those floors are gifts and or buffs. There you can see that those players died. I won 1 battle I can get, but I have to beat this before I can open up the first chest. So we'll skip that for now. We'll just go to experience points because that's real easy. We'll open a chest because that's real easy. And essentially to get to level 20, 1585 from level 16 we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 experience points, which is what all of those are available, which means that today, without much effort, just doing the dailies, I'll get this team to level 20. I'll be able to go to ranking, and I'll be able to see who's on that server. Also, I can build this team at a higher server, and then simply I go to change servers, I go to a lower server, I select that server, and I transfer. I can transfer once free, which means I can create a team, build it at a higher server where it's easy, and then go to a lower server where there may be a guild waiting for a team just like me. So moving forward, we're going to jump to a login that's maybe 2 weeks old. In 2 weeks with Valkyrie's favor, and I'm not sure, VIP 3 maybe for this team, I was able to get to level 61. Again, just by following along all the red dots. Now at level 61, things are going to start to shift. The very beginning, the most important thing for Hero Wars is going to be Guild Wars. Guild Wars is up here, and it's where we battle other teams in the league. We are bronze place 4. This week, this league, this guild, if you can notice, no other guilds even close to us. Silver League, 6 above or 10 above us. Gold League, nobody there yet. At the end of the week, 6 teams from every guild will move up to fill these spots. At the end of the week, that means that Server 55 has their Gold League set. The following week is when everyone will battle for rank and position that's predominantly legitimate based on their skills and or team ability, guild ability. And after that, you will see regularly all of the same teams in your daily Guild Wars. Qualifying League is the one league that's different. Bronze, silver, and gold will always have a set schedule. So when Sunday like today comes, this schedule you will be able to tell. Now if I look here, this is bronze schedule for place 4. I look here, I go 4, okay, Monday 27, Tuesday 21, Wednesday 15, Thursday 9, Friday 3. So that means that Cone, etc., all of those, this is all of their members. I can click on that. This tells me what their VIP level is to a certain extent, because you're really, as a free-to-play player, you're not going to be able to do maybe more than, say, 10,000 guild activity points in a week. Here you can see how much effort they're putting in and which players are putting that effort in. Gives you an idea of how active the guild overall will be. As I mentioned, silver. Oops, where's silver? There's Silver League. There's Gold League. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, now's your chance. There's your screenshot. All schedules, all weeks, or all leagues. That being said, every guild war, you have to have all 30 attackers take all 30 attacks, or all 15 players take their 2 attacks per day. That is because in the week, all of these points will add up so you set your final rating. It is not uncommon in Bronze or Silver League. You can be in the middle at like 7 or 8. You can lose every day of your guild wars and still place high because you need to capture points. The basic strategy for most teams and players on defense is that at the bridge you want your 3 strongest teams. Now, I'm kind of a prankster, so I don't always do that, okay? But if we look at a more legitimate team, a more legitimate guild, we'll drop down one more server to 54. And here you're going to see that on the bridge we have 3 teams. All 3 of those teams have, at level 60, summoned a level 51 elemental totem, which is a Silver League totem, mind you. The only way to upgrade it past bronze to silver is with silver trophies or with emeralds. And as we've covered in other videos, it's very basic and very simple. If you save all your emeralds from the day one, when you first start, here in the airship is an award where if you go to this little trophy chest, you'll see a red dot here and it will say 1,000 emeralds for opening the chest at 800, which means you create 200 emeralds. Up here in the guild, in the summoning sphere, is the cheapest one where 700 gold coins or 700 emeralds get you 1,000 emeralds. And those rewards are going to be in your quest. Here you can notice the quests. I look for emeralds. I have chapter emeralds. As you complete chapters and or missions, the missions would be generally the spaces in between. So the chapter is all of these. The missions are these spots, and the major missions are going to be the heroic missions. Those are basically acknowledging every chapter has 4, so it's not really hard math. This is Treasure Island. We've covered a video on how to solve the Treasure Island. We're not going to get deeply into that. You do not have to have the levels beat to be able to accomplish it. You click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lighthouse turns on 9. Click the X10. You accomplish the Treasure Island and you get the goodies. That puzzle is prior to these new mini puzzles being added to the game on the bottom. We highly recommend do not open these. Do not open anything unless the game tells you to. The reason is a lot of events will give you bonuses based on soul stones that you get, and if you're smart and you do what we tell you, you will save all of those soul stones. You will save all of your coins for all of these different things. So when it comes to event time, I really don't care what these heroes are. I get their soul stones because I have the ability of getting 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 soul stones in a day just from the shops. That's going to give me a big boost on special events where soul stones matter, and those are rare. The other thing, this is your dailies. If you have to do them every day, and if you look ahead on the 28th day of every month, everything else is going to be the same. On the 28th day, you can get a lesser soulstone chest. That's 50 hero soulstones. If you have yet to get Martha, the first hero you probably want to get is Martha. The reason that is number 1, she's considered the best healer in the game. Number 2, she works kind of like a tank. And 3, most importantly, she gives your team much faster attacks. If you battle a team that has Martha and you do not have Martha, you will likely lose because that team can attack you at a much higher rate per round than you can attack them in defense. It's kind of simple, basic math. Also, this one hero here, that's Jew. Martha is Jew's nemesis. Every hero that has extreme powers generally has an extreme counter or a hard counter. For example, lots of players will use Astaroth because they think he's the most powerful, best bitchinest tank ever. The problem with that is, short-sighted wise, after level 100, Astaroth loses his real strengths, and even at level 65, he's pretty horrible in the campaign. I highly recommend for a first hero as a tank, most definitely Galahad. He starts the game. The game is about him rescuing the princess. Astrid is the princess. Lucas is her pet. If you play along with these little mini games on the second mini game, you will learn first chapter, second mini game. This one right here. I can play it just so you can see it. I'm skipping through all of that. But this is Lucas. You click on Lucas, he eats that bad guy. Now we'll accomplish this so you can see the end result. We can click the little skull because there should be an Easter egg hidden in there, but there isn't. The kitty isn't as simple as it looks. It showed us the enemy's next outpost and helped find the exit from the ravaged city. Now, why is that important? It's a big picture clue to everybody that's not paying attention, because your entire goal is to accomplish all chapters, all missions at the end. Now, this is where it gets really, really hard. I've been able to beat Runaway Princess at level 95, I'm at 110 now, and I'm still having challenge with Path of Madness. But as you can see, as the chapters get harder, the soul stones for the heroes become better. Here at the beginning, all crappy heroes basically. Some okay, one really good. Aurora is the best tank in the game when it comes to end game. Takes a lot to get her to her point of shine, but she overcomes these other two. Also, she does magic attack. Fewer teams have magical defense lines on defense. Most defend against physical attacks. Armor protects against physical attacks. Magic defense, which Thea provides as a buff, magic defense protects against magic attacks. So she gets top billing. He's equally there. Those are your best tanks. Lots of players use Thea or Kira. Kira's really fast. She does a lot of damage. Again, this is where counters come into play, because this character here, Leon, hard counters Kira and most teams that do physical defense, because Leon will charm that character, basically stunning it, silencing it, and their big skill is no longer effective. Having an awareness of that, your main goal, build a lot of teams or a lot of heroes. This is what your team should look like essentially. You will have 15 total heroes. These are all of my heroes at all of their levels. This is just at level 65 to 70. From now until level 80, I shift from beginning of game, 70% resources all go to Titans, 30% to heroes. At this level, 50-50. Half go to Titans, half go to heroes. At level 80, 70 to heroes, 30 to Titans. Once you're heroes and you've got everybody at max level and you've got 15 of them, you can then focus up to level 65. I generally only level up 8 heroes, the top 8 that show up on my screen. Here you can see I've already let Galahad slip. I've let Jews slip because they don't have the long game that I'm looking for. I've started to level up King Mao and Maya. They are very overlooked and hard to counter. I have Cornelius because he's going to be a great counter against any teams that have high intelligence, which is the new hero, the new mages, the twins, anybody that's a healer. He does damage, and what's best about him, notice that he damaged per 100 intelligence points. This is the set amount. Now, as I level this up, that number gets bigger. Still, he will damage them based on their intelligence, not on his ability per se. The other thing that he does lots of good things. He's a great counter. I'm not going to get too deep into that. Other often overlooked heroes, the ones you can get quick and easy, Faceless is good, but I wouldn't waste any energy on Judge. I always summon every hero that I can at the beginning of the game. The more heroes you have, the more airship missions or whatever these things are called you can do. Escape. I guess they're called expeditions. But it takes 5 to do an expedition. They're all leveled in accordance to your team and hero level, depending on where your levels are and whether or not you have Valkyrie's favor, which is what's required to get these extra ones. Otherwise, these are timed, so you want to start these the very beginning of your day, allow them to do their thing, and then as you're finishing your day of gameplay, you can come here and capture those, start the other ones, and at that point, you probably want to do your Hero Wars Assistant shares. We've covered that in other videos, and that's basically your day. To cover concepts of dailies, I play a lot. I play fast. I'm ADD like water is wet. So when I open my game, I start simply like this. Daily quests. Start the energy, get the first energy, and start the 1 hour clock. Outland takes about 10 seconds. Airship, maybe 30. Arena, 5 seconds. Grand Arena, 5 seconds. Tower, depends. If you're up to level 65, if you're doing this every day, you'll be able to skip up to level 25. If you have Valkyrie's Favor, you will speed it up times 5, and it might only take you 10 minutes. If you forgot the day before, you can pay 130 emeralds to skip to level 25, or you can battle through. If you do not have Valkyrie's Favor and you have to battle through, that takes maybe 20 to 30 minutes tops. That's if you're paying all 100% attention and just doing it as it functions. Sad reality, they slowed down the game to make Valkyrie's Favor valuable. The game could be played with everybody on Valkyrie's Favor and it would never be slow. But without Valkyrie's Favor, it's extremely slow and it's almost punishment to an ADD person like myself. Normally on these awards, I suggest always getting your buffs until you've got this unlocked, which is at level 80. At level 65, you can probably beat it. The thing is, when you get to the top, you can trade those skull coins, which is how you buy these. Those are skull coins. Those are skull coins. You can trade those in for gold at the end. Even at 390 total skull coins available in one tower run, you're talking maybe 50,000 gold, which is barely one level step of skill. Here, one level from 64 to 65 is 43,000. You're talking about that one click. It's not worth saving. Better to get to the top of the tower than to not. So, Outland, Airship, Arena, Grand Arena, Tower, send gifts, buy all of these. At level 70, this changes, so keep that in mind when you're at level 65. It's a smart move. Stay at level 65 to level 70. Build this energy up as best as you can. From level 65, where are we at? Level 65, you're looking at 36,585 experience points. The difference between that and 70 is what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12,000 points. Until you have 12,000 energy here, don't even bother with it. No sense in worrying about it. Just do whatever dailies you need to and be done with it. Lots of players will suggest at this stage you can stop doing the campaign almost entirely, with the exception of when you need to level up or get an item, farming for an item. The reason is that the tower, it will be your main go-to for gold, for tower coins, and for items. The items in here will be related to your team in some manner, meaning it will be an item that they need, one of these things. Or it will be a fragment of such things. Something like this Siren Song recipe, 3 fragments. Now, the gold exchange isn't great, but the fact that it saves your energy is good. You want to conserve your energy, keep your team level lower. Every day when Guild Noob Day begins, the tower sets its defense. If at any time throughout that day you level up your heroes level or skill or abilities, the tower does not calculate that new adjustment. Its defense is set to make it challenging for when you logged in or when the day started. So you always want to level up your heroes and your titans. Titans aren't necessarily a part of that, but start your day, level up your heroes, level up your titans. You do your dailies. Once you get to this point, you're going to go here to guild. You're going to go to the dungeon. If you have Valkyrie's Favor, you will get 15 automatically up here in this Oracle card. If you've cleared level 100, you'll get another 5. That's 20. The perfect number. You want to go through these. You can accept the fate, and it makes it super fast. You do all 20. You've completed your levels. You've got 10 rooms at the previous level. You have 10 rooms at new level, which is double the Titanite and or bonuses. That means if you do them in groups of 20, you essentially get 3 rewards for every room. The first time double, the second time single. If you do more than 20, you won't get those extra doubles that you would have. It's not a huge deal, but smart money is just do 20 rooms, be done with it. You'll catch up eventually. Then once you get past level 1000, you'll get another 5 cards. When you get to level 2000, you'll get another 5 cards. That's 15, that's 20, that's 30. 30 floors, automatic, maybe less than 10 minutes just to click, accept, click, accept. As long as your Titans are leveled up well, you won't have a problem with it, because normally the heroes in the dungeon are much lower levels. Similar to the tower, in the tower, your heroes battle through and their energy remains consistent, meaning it carries over from one room to the next. In the dungeon, that works not for the heroes, but for the Titans. So as you go through, their energy and or damage and or strength or hit points carries over onto the next one. Eventually, you run out of strength, and you won't be able to do more than 30 or 50 in a day anyway. So stick with 20 unless you're past 2,000. Then do 30 if you so choose. But still, the good money's on 20 each. Excuse me. I started this saying I was going to do safety first, and I'm still staring at the weed waiting to be rolled. But covering all those basics, after you do that, your dailies are predominantly done. If you followed along with our other videos, at this point you will go to your Hero Wars Assistant. You will share your data from your scouting missions, which is your arena, your grand arena. The final thing to do, go to arena, open the log, close the log. Go to grand arena, open the log. Come on. Close the log. New modification. I'm not sure how it's working, but I'm pretty sure you'll probably have to go to guild battles, and then you'll probably have to go to the answer challenge, possibly the information, and that should put that in other logs, but it did not. I still haven't figured out, because that's adventure, and that's not showing anything. So I don't know why that's not working or how it works, but it's how it's supposed to work. Point of it is, you finish all those things, and then you go to your arena, you go to share tab, you hit the share upload. That is going to send your information to everyone that is in this box. List of IDs, the plugin of players whom you give access to your shared upload information. If you want them to see your stuff, you put their number here. If you want to see their stuff, you put their number here. This box is for the download. So if their number is in here, when you click the download, you should receive that or view that information. Same with this box. If you are going to share your information, this is who you share it to. This is who can see it when they download it. You click the share button. It's free. Here you notice I've uploaded 77 items. I'm going to hit receive. It tells me that I got information from these teams from these dates. Here you can notice that nothing really has been happening with this team. I'm not sure why they can't translate this into your actual team name. Maybe it's something Hero Wars Assistant developers can look into, but not a huge deal. Just challenging. This number is only relative to Hero Wars Assistant. Hero Wars itself, this game ID number, it has something to do with it, but it's not this number. Therefore, it's not applicable. So, in essence, that's your main overview for Hero Wars beginning. We're looking at 39 minutes and 45 seconds that I've been doing this, which is way too long to not be smoking weed. So I'm going to get back to the game. I'm going to do my dailies. I'm getting ready for Guild Wars. in Guild Wars. As you all know, currently right now, my time, Mountain Standard Time is 3:45 p.m. That means at 2:45 a.m. the new Guild War will start. An hour before that, defense is locked. If you want to be on the first string of attackers, we expect you to have the highest Titan and or hero levels in the guild, and we expect you to show up every day, report for duty, take your assignments, finish your assignments. Do not attack without being given an assignment, or you will be instantly, and I cannot stress this enough, instantly kicked out of our guild, every one of our guilds. And if any of our generals just happens to be in a mood, they will contact whatever guild you join. They will private message the guild master, and they will warn them a bit about you as a player that attacks without listening to generals or guild master's orders. I guarantee you they will not put you as a champion. You will just sit on the bench and collect whatever points you can get. Up to you. But trust me, do what you're told. They're called general's orders for a reason. The generals make assignments. They expect you to follow them. The generals utilize tools like Hero Wars Assistant. They will use scouting and create scouting reports so that they can look at what teams that they're battling with. And notice this becomes available when the Guild War begins. And a quick reminder, that's going to happen Mondays. Every day is scouting free day. So you can scout any team you want for free on Mondays. For Tegrity Farms Guild, just leave the scouting to the generals and the guild masters. The guild master or whoever has the most Hero Wars Assistant points will generate the scouting report. They will share it with the generals and guild masters. That is a link to a live document all generals and guild masters can work on simultaneously. They look at the assignments. They compare it against the enemies and the scouting reports that we've gotten from the players that are actively scouting using this share, making attacks in Arena and Grand Arena only on the opponents for the week. Here you'll notice for this guild, layer 54, and I'm on server chat. Here you can see on the guild note, Towley has put up the schedule for the week. These are the 5 teams you want to attack in the Arena or Grand Arena this week, because that will give us data, intelligence reports, and information on all of these teams and all of their players. The Grand Arena, obviously the most valid, because that shows us more of the depth in the opponent's line. Also allows us to see if they have counters available or not. If they don't have a counter, now if you're not aware, a hero that counters is, like I mentioned, Leon counters Kira. Celeste counters Astaroth. Astaroth's strength is he regenerates himself for another hero. The fact that Celeste battles him, she stops that. So he only gets 1 life and can't bring anybody back to life. You put her in a line against Astaroth, 9 times out of 10 you're going to win, because the team that designed that, or the players that designed that line, think that that's going to be easy peasy. Not so anymore. So, in a nutshell, 45 minutes or less. That was a long thing. But like I've said before, if you watch this at double speed or you download the transcripts, even faster, watch the closed captioning, just read along, watch at double speed. This would only take you 20 minutes or less to get through. So, hopefully that covers all of the basics. If you have questions, feel free to add them in the comments. If you are an active member of a Tegrity Farms Guild, it is greatly advised that you include in your comment your team name and the server and or guild you are in. For example, Rory Kilmore is online right now. If Rory was watching this video, he would then comment on the video, Rory Kilmore, server 54, Tegrity Farms 420, Bronze Guild rank 30. That's because we have don't we? Maybe this is not 54. Maybe this is 55. This is 54. So, yeah, we're supposed to have 2 guilds in this. We're bronze 30. Oh, here we are. Bronze 9. This is going to be our qualifying guild. The players in this guild pay almost no attention. They regularly attack without being told to. They all think that a big wallet can keep them in this position. What they are unaware of is our guild master in that guild is intending and will without a doubt lose every single battle this week. That will put them into place of 30. Then, when promo battles happen on the weekend, they will battle qualifying league number 1. We're early, so they're not going to be smart enough to know not to beat us. We will give them an empty 0 defense. Any one of their players clicks anywhere on the guild screen, they will win by 1,200 points to nothing. They will get position 30, and they will have a horrible schedule for their week battling more stronger players. The other guild will comfortably sit here, and we will promote from that guild into our current main guild, which is the one that's at 30th. When the week ends, we anticipate that this team will be up into the top 10. At the end of the week, the best 4 guilds get to move up from bronze to silver. In silver, the best 3 guilds get the chance to battle for gold. In gold, these are the best guilds in the server. Again, almost always the top money spenders, the ones that invest the most money, real world money into their teams, usually end up in gold. So, closing it all out, Guild Wars, very important. Guild Wars allows you to build up your titans. As I mentioned at the very end of this campaign, the goal to beat the campaign in Chapter 15, we have one event, or one mission, Elemental Spirit Asylum, where all your titans will be required. You have to beat a bunch of titans in that before you can move on to the next. And then you get all the way to the end. Eternal Darkness is where you battle Seymour, I think. So, for Tegrity Farms, for Hero Wars Assistant, and Tegrity Farms Guild page, I'm Clem Hawkins, your Chief Tacoma Sec. Hoping that this video helped you out. And again, wait an hour. Closed captionings will be created. Once that happens, I'm pretty sure all you have to do is go to the YouTube channel. Go to my channel. Go to the video. Watch the video. Click on the little 3 dots. Open transcript. And here you have the transcript. You can copy and paste this into a Word document. You can toggle the timestamps off so you just get the text, and you could probably read this 48-minute, we'll call it 1 hour. You could read this 1 hour transcript in under 10 minutes. If you cannot put 10 minutes in on your side to make your gameplay and your guildmates gameplay better, well, maybe Tegrity Farms isn't the guild for you. So, all that being said, I just realized that I had that up again. Sorry. We were talking about, transcripts, 3 dots, open transcript. All the transcripts is right here on the side. You can just read it along and learn. Thanks so much for your time. Welcome to Tegrity Farms Cross Server Guild. We have a YouTube channel which you're watching. Please like and subscribe, and make sure you click that notification button, because if you do, you'll be notified every time myself or one of our generals, they always make me do their stuff for them. So you want to make sure you click on that and you get that little notification button. So every time we do a live video or we upload a video, you'll be notified and you can keep up to date. So all that being said, let's get a little bit of nondescript whatever McCall going on here. And I think we'll use this one. Click the like, click the subscribe, slap that little bell so you get notifications, and be sure to check out these other videos. Peace. Be safe in the Dominion, y'all.